Jump Force Season 2 DLC has been awesome thus far. Shoto Todoroki has been one of Jump Force's best, and I said best, DLC characters to date, and the community generally approves of his addition to the game. But the only thing left to question for the Jump Force community and all my perfectionists here on YouTube is who are the final 5 Jump Force Season 2 DLC characters. Well, in what is the single best Jump Force video here on YouTube, I, your host, Lord Perfection Sama, the best undefeated player on the game itself, will be going over the new Jump Force Season 2 leaked list that covers all the characters from Yuyu Hakusho, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. But before all that, since I know that you're going to enjoy the content on this channel from the god of the fighting games community and the anime fighting games community, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell to get all the new anime info and discussions, anime games, ranked battles, news coverage from games like Jump Force, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and One's Justice 2 from the YouTube channel, where the quality is in the name itself, perfection. So we're going to kick things off with Bleach. Now, Bleach has a lot of hype surrounding it, and we've kicked around names like Rukia's brother, Byakuya, talked about Kenpachi, we've even, thrown in Ulquiorra, but why are we dismissing one of Ichigo's best companions in the series, one of the more unique characters that introduced the full brain concept into Bleach way before it was officially introduced in the manga? Well, I'm talking about that one powerhouse, and I mean he gives me Toguro vibes. We're talking about Chad. I'm gonna call him Chad. I'm going with the name Chad. I'm not gonna pronounce his other name because we'll be here forever. But Chad, I mean, he gives me the Toguro vibe. And I mean, when I think of his gameplay style, it's gonna be very much Toguro, but like a hybrid Toguro. And he has a lot of interesting techniques that would be something that Jump Force would love to have in the meta. So we're gonna talk about El Directo, his rocket punch. Now, I could definitely see this being a normal basic ability, a basic attack in Jump Force, where it's literally a rocket punch. Now, think of what Toguro does in his ultimate. He transforms, he excretes exhaust out of his little pipes or whatever. He launches himself forward, and I can see it working similarly, but just a real-time super attack. So Chad would project himself with exhaust, like Spirit Key, Reichi exhaust, and he would propel himself to the opponent at super speed, right? Hyper speed. He can zoom across the map using this ability. So he can have multiple purposes, right? It could be like Bakugo's ability in Jump Force, his little rocket punch itself. But this one is blue. He's launching himself across the map, on the ground, in the air. It's a lot faster than Bakugo's ability, and the damage would be sizable. I would want this ability to be a combo starter, so it would maybe restand or stagger the opponent in a way where you can continue a combo. But El Directo, let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Now, the other ability that he can have, and it's one of his more infamous abilities, is his defense side that was, inspired by his grandfather. So his defense side is basically a demonic shield, a hollow shield, if you will. So it's basically a arm, and on his shoulder he has a shield. Now, what I think, and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, why would that not just be his blocking animation? No, it can be his blocking animation, but I want it to be a super attack as well. So the way I can see this working is it's a glorified counter super. So he takes the exact same stance as if he was blocking, and you don't get any tail. Basically, it's seamless. So he could be blocking and he could cancel in to this counter super that would do a huge chunk of damage to the opponent. Now, we need counter supers like that because a lot of them are telegraphed in the game. You could definitely tell when your opponent takes up that stance. But with Chad, you can have a defense move that is just a real monster to deal with in the meta. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, I don't think it should have a combo ability. That would be a little, you know, excessive. So I think, you know, he does some kind of attack, and maybe he does his I think Sayanagi throw. I don't think I'm pronouncing that properly. His Sayanagi throw is basically a judo throw where he steps in and throws the opponent down on the ground. So I want to see that in Jump Force. Maybe just like a heavy knockdown. You can't combo after it, but you can stick them on the ground and you can still move yourself. I think that would be a great counter ability to bring into the game. Now, speaking of the Sayanagi, it could be also be a super attack. Now, I'm thinking of it as a super attack that would throw the opponent all the way across the map. Again, the whole gimmick with Chad is that he's a super strong spiritual being, so him being able to just throw people really wide distances like it's nothing, it would be well within his character and with what he's depicted on Bleach. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. And now we've come to his awakening and his ultimate. And it's all going to be one and the same, and I'm pretty sure that most Bleach fans are going to know what I'm going to be going with. And we're going to go with the Devil Arm Awakening. So Chad has more than one arm. He has his defensive portion that is influenced by his grandfather, but he has the other portion that started stirring the moment that he came into Wake Mundo that is more hollow. Like, his powers in general are more hollow than anything else. So in his Devil Arm, I feel like it's going to be just a general big punch, unless the Jump Force developers find a scene or a fight in the show that they want to like choreograph into an ultimate, which I feel like you just sum it up with a big rocket punch, but with the Devil Arm. And Awakening is almost going to be, I don't want to say it's going to be a static awakening, because this is going to be where you see the visible portion of his Devil Arm. And I guess you could add a charged up rocket punch or some variation of that, or maybe he could just start using La Muerte freely as an ability move that replaces one of the other moves. Like, I guess it could replace Rocket Punch or the El Directo. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, but that's what we have for Chad as the Bleach representative for Jump Force Season 2 DLC. Now, we're going to be going into Yuyu Hakusho. We're going to be talking about someone that comes from the second Dark Tournament, and we're going to be talking about someone that surpassed Hiei. Yes, someone that is greater than the Dragon of the Darkness Flames. A person that literally tore the technique apart with their bare hands. Yes, we're going to be talking about Mukuro coming to Jump Force Season 2 DLC as this Yu Yu Hakusho's representative. Yes, yes, and more yes. Now, the character is a super S-class demon in the world of Yu Yu Hakusho, so she's on the same tier as Toguro, if not greater than Toguro. That's how strong this character is. And when you look at the array of interesting abilities that they potentially bring to the game and to the meta, there's completely no reason not to add this character to the game. So let's look at the arsenal, right? You have Energy Punch, which, to be honest, I feel like you can make it different from Spirit Wave. Like, we have Spirit Wave with Yusuke in the game. It's just generally a striking technique. But I feel like Yu Yu Hakusho characters, I feel like we need a combo reset technique in the game. Ergo's or in comes Energy Punch, right? It could be your normal restanding technique, does a decent chunk of damage, and it would allow Mukuro to continue her combos and reset them. I mean, we have one character that can kind of already do that in the game now. The generic I want to be hit character. What's his name? It's not Prometheus. It's like, I forget this character, as broken as he is. Try to let me know what the name is in the comment section below. But all the other abilities that Mukuro has, I mean, we could talk about the Force Field abilities. Now, Jump Force only has one Force Field ability in the game currently, and it belongs to Aizen. And it really doesn't do anything. It's like an annoyance at best. It can be devastating with the Black Coffin combo, but it's not really all that useful or damaging, right? It only has one utility purpose. But if we got Force Field, or we got Dimensional Force Field Barrier, you can do so many different things with this technique that it would be ridiculous not to add this technique and Mukuro to the game. So you set up this technique, and I feel like it would be a high damaging barrier. Like, you could just stress it that nobody needs to be touching this barrier. And what it would do, it would be the ultimate deterrent to supports. It would be the ultimate deterrent to just mindlessly rushing in. Now, yes, after a set amount of time, it would dissipate, but we want to let it linger on the field a bit. I feel like 10 seconds or so without her refreshing the technique would be fair. It wouldn't be overused or overly involved in the match. But force or dimensional force field barrier, you hit it, it does a decent chunk. I'm talking about somewhere 20% damage. We want to make it hurt. We want to make it an emphasis not to just mindlessly charge into this barrier and to make it unique from the other barrier technique in the game. But go ahead and let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. But we're going to be talking about her next move, which I feel like would be a perfect pairing combo with dimensional force field. We're going to be talking about the third dimensional cutter. Now, this is going to be your typical long range distance ability in Jump Force, and that's pretty much how it was used in the show. So you send out 3 tracking techniques. I know what people are going to say. It sounds just like Boruto's move, lightning triplet, but no, it's going to be different. It's going to have its own purposes. I feel like I want Mukuro to be a state change character. Like, you can restand opponents, or you can force them in heavy knockaways to create some interesting combos. I feel like with third dimensional cutter, like, maybe it could be a hard knockaway, like a hot hanging in the air knockaway. Like, that's what I want to go for with this technique, to give her something to set up for her ultimate. Now, the ultimate that we're going to be talking about is going to be the Energy Fist Blast. And again, it's not going to be it's going to be flashy in the game, let's be honest. The developers at Jump Force have the ability to make anything flashy. What I'm talking about, however, is just overall, it's not going to be that flashy. It's going to be your simple rush down technique ended by a blast. That's what I want from this move. That way it can couple every move connects to another move in her move set. It has a utility purpose that can lead you to the next move in her repertoire. And that would be Yuyu Hakusho's Mukuro being the representative for Jump Force Season 2 DLC. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And now we're moving right along to Hunter x Hunter. Now, Hunter x Hunter, I feel like it's going to be a simple addition, a character that is much beloved to the franchise and to the fans. Of course, we're talking about Menchi coming to Hunter x Hunter's roster for Jump Force Season 2 DLC. Yes, and more yes. Now, if you don't know who Menchi is, she's the gourmet hunter. And I feel like with her, you can make a gimmick character in Jump Force. Now, we don't have too many gimmick characters in the game. I mean, you could say that Rio is a gimmick character, but not really. He's really one of the most broken characters in the game currently. But when you say gimmick character, you can say that they're a one-trick pony that maybe does one specific thing devastatingly, but overall, or maybe they have a thematic element to them. Maybe they're a regular character with a really good thematic element to them. And I feel like being the gourmet hero or the gourmet hunter, you could have different kitchen utensils or chef utensils being used by this character. So something like forks, like cooking paddle, like the stuff that she uses in the show, that would actually be trippy to see come out in Jump Force. And then what it reminds me of right now is how in Naruto Generations they added Kushina Uzumaki into the game. And basically what this character did was use a whole bunch of random items to do combos and attacks on the opponent. So Menchi could be like a nod to Kushina, but for Jump Force. And I feel like it would be a great addition into the game. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I feel like all the moves would just be simple. You just have different utensils, cleavers, cooking knives, cooking forks, different things. Maybe you throw stuff at opponents, maybe throw pants at opponents. Maybe the ultimate could be like called full course, and she just throws every utensil item that a gourmet hunter could possibly use at the opponent. I'm just brainstorming here, but it would be absolutely fun to have this character in the game. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And we're moving into the final inning with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures contribution and candidate for its Jump Force Season 2 DLC. Of course, we're going to be talking about Josuke Higashita coming to Jump Force Season 2 DLC. Yes, and more, yes. Now Josuke has a very unique set of abilities, and I feel like he's going to be a competition for Kurapika, because we all know what Josuke can do. He can heal anything. Now let's be, let's be direct here. He's not like Giorno. He can't bring things back to life once they've passed away, but he can fix and repair anything. So one move right off the bat, we have to talk about having a restore ability in the game. Basically what this would do, in my mind, you would have the ability to heal your health after, like, maybe let's say for the past 20 seconds you took a really heavy combo and you decide to use restore, which would effectively like take away all the damage that was suffered after a certain amount of time. So let's say you set the timer at anything that's happened in the past 20 seconds of a match, you can wipe away with restore. Let's say you just ate an ultimate and you decide to switch into Josuke. You erase all that ult's damage in one go. Now you see what I want to do with Josuke. Now you can see what a niche position he could be in to be in Jump Force Season 2 DLC. That's what I'm going for here. But we got to have the general JoJo's moves in the game for Josuke. He has to have his aura, or he has to have his daughter aura in the game. I feel like that would be a great move. You got to. You have to have the flurry of punches for all JoJo's characters. It's a must. And now we're going to move into another ability, and this is just like he's already taken from Kurapika in my concept and just made it better. But now with the third move, and this is actually canonical or lore heavy, he claims that Crazy Diamond can send a projectile at an opponent as if it were an actual weapon. So Ryo would have some competition. Let's say just out of nowhere, I can see it being like Taguro's move, but heavier, like maybe a combination of Taguro's move and Ryo's move, right? And you just have a projectile that you can flick, and if you keep on pressing inputs, you get more projectiles that do heavy damage and they can guard break. So you're getting the best of multiple characters all in Josuke. He's like a playlist of the greatest characters in the game. That's what we want to go with here. Now, as for his ultimate, again, awakening, he doesn't really have a awakening per se, and I don't think most JoJo's characters, except for the Pillar Men, would have awakenings. But as far as ult ability, I really brainstormed on this, and the one thing that I can see them potentially doing is maybe referencing the whole character that he left trapped in a rock. Maybe he does some kind of punching technique that breaks apart a boulder and they just warp the character in the boulder. And maybe if that character gets hit with that ultimate, you lose them for the whole duration of the match. Again, we want to go for uber creativity and uniqueness in the characters that we create here on this Jump Force Season 2 DLC characters reveal list. That has been my goal here. Let me know what you think about Josuke Higashita in Jump Force Season 2 DLC. I know you like today's Jump Force Season 2 DLC characters reveal lineup. Press that subscribe button with utter perfection and watch some of the other videos linked down below in the playlist that pops up on your screen right now. Click the notification bell to get all the top anime, fighting games, and anime games information here on the place where the quality is in the name itself, perfection.